Hello. I'm so glad you could join me. Today we're going to do about a 45-minute Pilates routine. This is sort of basic um, mat Pilates movements, sort of classic Joseph Pilates routine. So let's start out on the floor with the arms overhead. As we do in each class, before we get started, we're going to bring our mind and our body into the same space. So whatever you were doing before you came into this room, just leave it in the past. Whatever you need to do after class is over, just leave that in the future. I want you to really set your intention to be present in these next 45 minutes. Really think about how you're moving your body, what it feels like. Connecting your breath to the movement of your body. So just take the next couple of breaths and really try to pinpoint where in your body you most feel the sensation. The air coming in on the inhale and out on the exhale. Now let's start connecting that breath to the movement of our body. So on the next inhale, bring the arms to the ceiling. And the next exhale, slowly bring up. Back flat, feet flex, reaching out over the legs. And back down. Remember, you don't have to roll all the way up. If you're unable to, and just roll head and shoulders right here. Or you cannot roll all the way down. So you could just roll back to here, hold it, and then back up. So it's whatever you're able to do. Inhale when you reach your arms to the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale as you're reaching over. Exhale as you roll down, or if you're just leaning back, you're not rolling all the way down. That's on the exhale. A couple more like that. On this next one, we're going to stay up there at the top. Bring the arms overhead, inhaling, exhale, spine twist. Spine twist. Inhale, bring the arms back overhead. Drop one hand down beside you. Exhale, spinal flexions. It's like you're making a big open C toward the side wall. Inhale up. Exhale, big open C to the wall. Good. Inhale up. Bring the hands down here in front of you. Lace your fingers so your palms are facing you. Shoulders rolled down into your back pockets. Inhale right here. Exhale, C curve. So now you're making that big open C toward the wall in front of you. Inhale, up, up, up. Stack the vertebrae, shoulders down, long neck. Exhale, C curve. Inhale up. One last time. Good, inhale up. Keeping the arms long, keeping your feet hip distance apart. Roll back down. And the arms alongside you. Bend your knees, plant your feet. We're going into a bridge. Inhale, pelvic rock. So roll the marbles to your belly button. Exhale, slowly bring it up, one vertebra at a time. Hold at the top, inhale. Exhale, start there in between your shoulder blades, one vertebra at the time, roll back down. And do that again. You inhale as you tuck, roll the marbles to your belly button. Exhale, lifting the hips, the marbles roll down, they rest right there at the base of your throat. Inhale when you're at the top here. Exhale, back down. Good, a couple more like that. One more. After that last one, hug the knees into the chest. Head up. Bring your nose between your knees, curl into a ball. We're going to go into hundreds. Your legs can either be up straight, in tabletop, or shoot them out there 45 degrees. Arms are long, and let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 50. 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put your head down anytime you need to and just keep pumping your arms. 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bring the legs up 90 degrees. Head down. Arms out like a T. Let's do pendulum. Side to side. You want to breathe on each side, so either inhale or exhale when you're dropping your legs. Inhale or exhale as you bring them back to the front or to the middle. Just have to drop them down about 45 degrees. They don't have to come to the floor. You can also bend your knees and do these as knee drops, side to side. The key, remember, is keeping the backs of your shoulders on the floor. That opposite shoulder is going to want to pull off and follow the legs. One more time, side to side. Good, back in the middle. We're going to do double leg lowers. You can either have your hands long or tuck them underneath your hips. Your hands behind your head. Head can be up or down. We'll exhale, so we'll lower down 4 counts. So exhale, lower, exhale, lower, exhale, lower. Just to 45 degrees and inhale up, 2, 3, 4. And be mindful of what your lower back is doing as you lower your legs. If you feel your lower back arching, I would suggest you take your hands and put them underneath your hips. Try that first. If that you're unable to maintain that neutral spine there, then I would just not lower your legs down quite so much. And sort of refocus. Remember, getting that V line as you're lowering your legs. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. So you'll exhale. Think, pull the abs down and away from your zipper. Flatter, 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 flattest. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. One more time. Exhale, lowering. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, up. 2, 3, 4. Good. Head down, arms long. We're going to go into a spine roll. And if you don't like that move, your full back is crossing your ankles and doing a reverse curl. Otherwise, ankles are uncrossed. Spine roll. Remember, you can have your hands underneath your hips to kind of guide your hips along. Flex your feet, bring them apart, and roll back down. Dropping the legs out to 45 degrees. Whether you're doing a spine roll or a reverse curl, you drop them out to 45 degrees before you do the next one. You can have your hands underneath your hips. All right, we're going to add a roll up on the end of this if you would like to. So as you're dropping your legs out 45 degrees, head and shoulders come up, come over, forward fold. And then back. Either straight legs or you can bend the knees and bring the arms up. And one more, and then we'll all meet up there in the forward fold. Forward fold. Come and sit up. C curve on the back. You're going to roll back down. Take your right knee with you. Single leg stretch. Head can be up or down. Two more. Now double leg stretch. Inhale, bring both knees in. Exhale, everything reaches forward. Inhale, dead bug, everything reaches to the ceiling. Exhale, bring in the toes and fingertips apart. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale out. You want to maintain that neutral spine, so if you feel your back arching, you're probably just dropping your legs down too low toward the floor. Put your head down anytime you want to. Good, one more. Good, knees in, head down. Bring the legs straight up, arms back out like a T. Now we're going to do corkscrew, and this is like a horizontal figure eight. You'll inhale as you draw your legs in towards you. Exhale as you draw one loop of the figure eight. Inhale, draw the legs in towards you. Exhale, draw the other loop of the figure eight. So this is like the infinity symbol. You want to keep the backs of your shoulders on the floor. That's the whole key, not how big their figure eight is. And you want to be squishing your legs together. It's like you're trying to make them one leg. You draw one more. Inhale as you're drawing your legs in. Exhale as you draw the loops. Good. Back in the middle. Knees in. Let's inhale. Bring the arms up. Head and shoulders up. Inhale right here on the exhale. Shoot the legs out 45 degrees and arms overhead. Good. Inhale in. And again, if you feel yourself arching your back, just shoot your legs up more toward the ceiling. Inhale in. Exhale out. And in. And in. Two more. Inhale in. Exhale out. You can put your head down. Just like this. Good. Inhale in. And bring the head down and plant your feet. Hip distance apart. Arms long. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to lift up in that bridge again. No articulated spine though. You're just going to lift the spine all in one piece. On the exhale, lift up. On the inhale, down. So exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. This time I want you to hold it up in a bridge and hold there. Shifting your weight over to that left foot. Draw the right knee in and the leg up. We're going to paint the ceiling here. And if you need to, take your hand, prop your right hip up. What you want is stability in the hips, and you want to maintain the alignment. So your right hip needs to be even with the left as we paint the ceiling. Exhale, flex your foot. Paint with the heel going down, point the toe, inhale, paint with the toenails going up. So exhale down, inhale up, and down, inhale up. Good, 4 more. Again, if you feel that right hip dropping like you're spilling marbles out on the right side, just take your hand and prop your hip up. Last one. Good. Hold the leg up. We're going to lift and lower out of this bridge. Inhale down. Exhale up. Anytime you want to, you can put both feet on the floor and just lift and lower here, or keeping the leg up. The key is maintain that alignment in the right and left hip. One more. Last one. Hips down. Good. Walk your hands down that right leg. Get as close to your ankle as you can. Extend the left leg. Head and shoulders can be up or down. Single straight leg stretch. One more. 3. Last ones. Good, head down, knees in. Plant your feet. Let's do that whole series again. Heels are about 6 inches from your bottom. You're gonna dig the heels in, gather up that power in the hamstrings and the glute. Exhale, come up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. So you wanna think about where you're firing from. You're digging your heels in. You should be able to lift your toes off. And you're engaging your glutes before you ever lift your back. So think squeezing your cheeks in, exhaling, digging the heels in, then lift up. Good. 3 more. This one, we're going to hold it up here at the top. Now shift the weight over to the right foot, left knee in and up. Let's paint the ceiling over here. Flex the foot going down. Point the toe, inhale as you go up. And again, if you need to take your hand, prop your hip up in it, do so. The key is to have the correct alignment in your hips as you're lifting and lowering the leg. So however you can do that, if you need to kind of help yourself along with that first, go ahead and do that by propping your hip up. We're trying to teach our body the correct alignment as we're moving the limbs. So the key is to have the right form, however you can get that. Good, hold the leg up. Now we're gonna lift and lower. Inhale down, exhale back up. Being sure to keep that left hip even with the right as you lift up. Don't spill the marbles out the left. If you feel yourself unable to maintain that, a couple things you can do. You can stay up here at the top, just holding it right here, really solidifying that right muscle memory, or you can put both feet on the floor, continue to lift and lower this way, or with the leg up. Good, 2 more. Good, bring the hips down. All right, walk your hands down that leg, getting around your ankle, extend the right leg, head and shoulders up, and single straight leg stretch. Reaching for your ankle every time. Head can be up or down. 4 more. 3, 2, last ones. Come back over on that right leg. Left leg to the floor, or you can bend your knees and plant your foot. Hands behind that right leg, and you're trying to get that right leg as 90 degrees to your body as you can, even if you have to bend your knee. To do that, point and flex your foot in the air. Good, relax your foot, circle your ankle. Circle in the other direction. All right, good. Point the toe, arms out like a T. Good, start the leg circles. Inhale as you cross right leg over the left. Exhale as you come around on the outside. And up. Good. Inhale, cross over. Exhale. The key here is keeping the hips still. So it doesn't matter how big the circle is. Imagine you got 2 stakes here running through the top of your hip bones, and they're pinning your hips to the floor. Your hips are going to want to follow that circling leg. Good. Hold it. Now let's circle in the other direction. You want to time your breathing so that you're inhaling when you're drawing the leg in close to your body. Exhaling, you're dropping it out on the other side. Hold the leg. right there. Reach the arms long. Head can be up or down, just scissor the legs. One more. 2. Last one, left leg in the air, right leg on the floor, or plant your foot, head down, hands behind that left leg. Try to get it in 90 degrees. Point and flex your foot. Good, relax your foot, circle your ankle. Circle the other direction. Good, point the toe, bring the arms out. And begin circling that leg. Your mental picture is as if you have your hips in a block of cement. And that cement is bolted to the floor. Inhale and exhale in each circle. Nice and slow. So you want no momentum. Take your whole breath for each circle. You're tying the movement of your body to your breath. One more. Good, hold it. Circle the other direction. So if you remember your core, it's like a capital I. So with your hip girdle being the bottom of the I, the spine and your shoulder girdle will be in the top of the I. That's really your core. It's not just here in the middle. It's the hips and the shoulders as well. So you want to think of anchoring yourself to the floor with that capital I. One more. Good. Hold the leg right there. Now reach the arms overhead this time. Head can be up or down, and scissor the legs. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Squeeze the legs where they are. Take your hands, bring them behind your head. Bend that top knee. Bring an opposite shoulder to the knee. Crisscross. Now flex your feet. You don't want to lace your fingers behind your head. You want your thumbs put behind your ears and your head is barely resting in your fingertips. You don't want to push your head. If you lace your fingers behind your head, it's too tempting to kind of pull on your head, kind of pushing your head to get your torso up, and you want to think pulling from the front of your shoulder. Pull up, pull up, pull up. 3 more. 2. Last ones. Good. Head down, knees in. All right, plant your feet on the floor. Feet together and knees together. And I want you to drop your knees over to the left. Reach the right arm out to the right. Turn your head, look at your right hand, and then actively press your right shoulder into the floor. All right, good. Knees up. Knees and feet together. Now the other way. Drop the knees over to the right. Left arm out to the left. Turn your head, look at your left hand, and then actively press the back of your left shoulder. All right, good. Bring the knees up. up the knees into your chest. And I want you to roll yourself up, and when you get there to the top, I want you to just kind of balance on your tailbone there. Now we're going to roll like a ball. And you want to keep rounded. You want to keep your heels pulled in close to your bottom and your back rounded. And you roll like a ball. Trying to come up and balance there on your tailbone. So when you roll back, you don't want your heels to come like this and then to get you up. Right? So you're trying not to use any momentum. Stay curled like a little ball. One more. Up, hold it up here at the top. Sort of balancing on your tailbone. We're trying to come in a V sit while we're here. All right, so let go with one hand and then the other. And then lift one foot up and then the other. You can stay right here with knees bent, shins parallel to the ceiling. Or, kind of experiment is when you do legs straight, right, and then here. And you want to bring your arms up so they're parallel to the legs. Hold. Remember, you can also be here. You can also just have your feet on the floor and lean back here like in a V-sit. All right, hold a couple more breaths. Good, bend the knees, toes down, come over, forward fold. Good, let's come and sit up. Bring everything open wide. We're going into saw here. Arms wide. So you want your back flat, your shoulders. Inhale, roll them up. Back, exhale down into your back pockets. You want your pelvic bucket even, so you don't want to be spilling water out here out in the back. So come up off your tailbone. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, come back in the middle. Shoulders down, back flat, pelvic bucket even. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Let's do that again, side to side. Front thumb is up, back thumb is down. You're reaching with that back arm as well as the front arm. Like you're trying to pull your arms out of the sockets. Good, and up. Close everything up. And roll back down. All right, good. We're going to roll over to the stomach now. Come up and do single leg kickbacks. So you want to be on your forearms. You're making a fist with one hand and then putting your other hand around it. Your elbows are out and pointing toward the corners of the mat. Glutes are tight. It's like you're trying to lift your belly button up and away from the floor. Shoulders are pressed down towards your hips. So if you feel yourself starting to hunch up during this, you need to press them back down. Imagine you're making a straight diagonal line from the base of your skull down the spine to your tailbone. Now engage your glutes so your feet pop off the floor. Flex that right foot, bring the heel to the bottom 2 times, 1, 2, then point the toe, squeeze that right glute, lift the leg just a little bit. And then the left, 1, 2, point, engage, lift. Very small movements when you're lifting the leg. All about control. Remember, it's not the foot that's moving the leg, it's your glute. One more time each side. Press those shoulders down, away from the earlobes. Good, come down. Push yourself up and back, child pose. So tucking your hips under. You're trying to get that the small of your back flattened out. All right, let's come back down. I'm going to do double leg kickbacks now. One hand resting in the small of your back, and the other hand resting in that one. Turn your head. Try to let your elbows flop over so they touch the floor. And each time you get to this position, try to get to where your elbows touch the floor. All right, so engage your glutes, feet lift off. Flex them. You're going to beat your heels in 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And on the inhale, you're going to lift up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Eyes stay on the floor. Turn your head to the other side. Bring the heels in. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Exhale down and 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. More time. 2, 3. Inhale. Turn to the other side. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold it right here. Unclasp the hands. Just reach back towards your heels. Flex your feet. Beat your heels in. In, 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 in. Engaging the glutes. Eyes on the floor. You don't want to be looking at the wall like this. Don't put any wrinkles in the back of your neck. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then everything comes down. Good. Come up on all fours. Here. You want to do angry cat. Inhaling. Exhale, saggy cow. And inhale. Exhale. And good. Now I want you to come into tabletop, back flat. Come down on the forearms. We're going to go into a plank. Just stretching one foot back, and then the other one, and then dropping your hips. Get into this full plank position first, and then if you have to drop to your knees, do that. And if you want to increase the intensity of this, you can raise one leg, but you don't want your bottom to come up with the leg. The bottom needs to stay down, and then you can raise and lower that leg. And down. Reposition. Make sure the hips are down. Then raise the other leg. And if you want to, lift and lower. And then that foot down, hold. Now drop to the knees. Sit back. Child pose. All right, now I want you to come and stretch out on your left side. Now we're going to do leg front and back. Here, working on the hip stabilizing muscles. So line toward the back of your mat, and then your legs come toward the front corner of the mat, and the legs are stacked, and the hips are stacked, and you're just going to lift and lower that top leg. You imagine here, that stake running from the ceiling through the top of your hip, through the hip girdle, and through the bottom of the hip. Now leave that leg hip height. We're going to inhale, bring it around to the front. Flex your foot, exhale, around to the back. And the whole key is it doesn't matter the range of motion on this leg, like how far you can get it to the front or the back. The key is don't wiggle the hips. So the hips are going to actually want to go in the opposite direction of the leg. So when your leg is coming to the front, you're going to have a tendency to roll back on the hip like this. And then when the leg goes to the back, you have a tendency to roll to the front, and you get into sort of the swinging kind of situation. And that's not what we want. Inhale as you bring the leg in front. Exhale, bring it around to the back. One more. All right, stack the leg and down. Roll over to your back. Plant your left foot on the floor. Cross the right foot over the left knee. Take your hand and press the knee away from you. Now clasp behind this left thigh and pull up. All right, release. Now stretch back out, roll over to the right side now. Line toward the back of the mat. Your legs toward the front corner. And again, stack in the hip girdle. You're going to lift and lower. All you're checking now is that are your hips stable and fixed while you're moving your leg? All right, now let's keep it hip height. Inhale, bring it around to the front. Flex your foot. Exhale, bring it around to the back. Inhale, front. And flex your foot and bring it around to the back. Your mental picture here also that you can use is as if you have a stack of teacups resting at the top of your hip and the top of your shoulders, and the teacups aren't rattling. Nice and slow on that leg. You literally cannot move too slow when you're practicing Pilates. It's all about keeping the correct body alignment and firing from the right muscle group. You do it slowly so that you can be very precise and very intentional with your movement. All right, good. Now stack the legs and bring it down and roll back over onto your back. You're going to plant the right foot on the floor this time. Cross your left foot over your right knee. And then take your hand and kind of press your left knee away from you until you feel it there in that left hip. Good. Clasp behind that right thigh and pull up. All right, good. Keeping both feet in the air. I want you to put the soles of your feet together. Knees are apart. Reach through your hands. Clasp around the outside of your heels, bringing your heels down towards your bottoms as you bring your knees out. And then try to get a neutral spine. Okay, so whatever your natural arch is in your back, you're keeping it there. Your pelvic girdle, your pelvic bowl, you're not rolling the marbles into your belly or sloshing water up towards your belly or in between your legs onto the floor. All right, good. Now, I want you to kind of keep that frog position, the soles of your feet together, and that your knees flop out. It's just now your feet are on the floor. Now, what's your back doing, your lower back? If it's arching, it's like you're spilling the water out in between your legs onto the floor. I want you to tilt your pelvis back until you're in neutral spine. You've got the marbles just resting on your belly. Hold it right here. All right, you can stay in this position here if that feels good to you, or if you want to stretch your legs out and arms by your side. We're just going to this final resting position. I'm going to take a last few breaths here. Now I want you to first just notice how the floor is supporting your body. Just doing sort of a body scan. Just notice and become aware of where your body is making contact with the floor. Now I want you to notice any sensations in your body. We're just noticing them. We're not going to do anything with them. So if you feel a tightness somewhere, or maybe your stomach is hungry, just notice it without doing anything about it. Now I want you to turn your awareness to your breath. And just where in your body you feel your breath. Is it in your chest? Your stomach? Maybe it's in your back. Maybe the tip of your nose. And now all of a sudden, all the thoughts come rushing back in, all the things you have to do, or whatever you were thinking about before you came in. Let's try to hang on to the present moment just for a few seconds longer. Try to let those thoughts go. Whether you imagine writing them on a ribbon or a cloud and just letting them float right out of your head. Maybe you've got some trap door in the back of your head. You just open that up. Let all those thoughts tumble through the floor. Just become aware again of this next breath. The air coming into your body on the in-breath and leaving on the out-breath. All right, on your next inhale, I want you to draw your knees into your chest. When you feel ready, on a breath, roll yourself up onto your feet. Fingertips on the floor. Inhale right here. Exhale, raise the bottom up. Inhale, come over. Just a forward fold, so nod your head yes, or shake it no. Make sure your arms are nice and floppy, but your belly button is pulled up, so you've got your abs engaged. Good, inhale right here. Exhale, come up. Let's just take a minute here to get aligned. So bringing the feet apart. All right, your pelvic bucket is even, not spilling water out the front or spilling water out the back here. The tailbone is down. The hip girdle is level. Lengthen in the torso, get the ribs away from your hip bones. Good, inhale, rolling the shoulders up. Back, exhale, down into your back pockets. Inhale, growing a little bit taller, sticking the crown of your head on the ceiling. Exhale, zipping up the beeline, so getting the abs back and away from yourself.